Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Chaterina, English diploma student from Universitas Diponegoro. I would like to present my final project proposal, which title Making Bilingual Leaflet for Tarujuruksu in Surakarta. Chapter 1 Introduction. Background of the study. According to John K. Walton, tourism is the act and process of spending time away from home in pursuit of recreation, relaxation, and pleasure, while making use of the commercial provision of services. As such, tourism is a product of modern social arrangements. Then, United Nations World Tourism Organization also defined tourism as indicated. Tourism comprises the activities of persons traveling to and staying in places outside their usual environment for not more than one consecutive year for leisure, business, and other purposes. After the definitions of tourism above, we can conclude that the facilities from the tourism product are necessary. The meaning of tourism product is the sum of the physical and physiological experience got by tourists during their traveling to the destination. It is the composite product as the combination of different services like tourist attraction, transport, accommodation, and entertainment which provide tourist satisfaction. But in this paper, I just concerned to tourism object facilities. The satisfactions of tourists is what determines whether they will return to tourist attractions or not. For example, Tarujuruksu in Surakarta. It offers a beautiful location for sightseeing with natural education concept, which was built in 1878. There are many animals such as giraffes, Komodo dragons, zebras, elephants, and so on. Not only animals, there are also rare trees such as spruce, acacia, pine. It is recommended to visit it for local but not for foreign. There is no leaflet to provide description of this place. Therefore, we have to make leaflet in Indonesian and English that contain complete descriptions of this place. It is such a serious problem in tourism destination because what tourists do in a new place is searching for information. To conquer the problem, the developer should make leaflets in English and Indonesian in order to make the tourists understand the information about Tarujuruksu and what they can do there. Aims and advantages of this study. There are two aims of this study. First, to know how important to promote local tourism destination through English-Indonesian leaflet. Second, to promote Tarujuruksu to local and foreign tourists. There are two advantages of this study. First, give information to the reader about Tarujuruksu as one of tourism attraction in Surakarta. Second, develop English-Indonesian leaflet in the fields of local tourism attraction. Chapter 2 Literature Review. In this chapter, I put some information related to this paper. First, definition of tourism. As you can see here, there are definition of tourism by United Nations World Tourism Organization and the Cambridge Dictionary. Then, benefits of tourism. It brings in large amounts of income in payment for goods and services available, contributing an estimated 5% to the worldwide gross domestic product, and it creates opportunities for employment in service industries associated with tourism. Definition of leaflet. A leaflet is a small sheet of printed paper that puts across a short message clearly and concisely. Businesses use leaflets to advertise their products and services. They are often also used to let people know about new stores, special offers, and events. What does a leaflet mean to include? From coloring and branding to choosing that all-important title, there's plenty to think about if you want to maximize the effectiveness of your promotion. Follow this checklist to ensure nothing is forgotten and your leaflet keeps its edge. First, your brand colors and logo. Second, make it different to other leaflets. Third, don't forget the details. Fourth, your target audience. 5. Speak directly to the customers. 6. Spacing. 7. Eye-catching imagery. And 8. Choose a title that says it all. A zoo is a place where animals live in captivity and put on display for people to view. The word zoo is short for zoological park. Zoos contain wide varieties of animals that are native to all parts of the earth. There are types of zoo. First, urban and suburban zoos. Urban zoos located in large cities still resemble the smaller zoos that were popular 200 years ago. Often, these zoos sit in the middle of cities, making expansion difficult. There is little room for urban zoos to grow, and many of the zoo's buildings are historic landmarks that can be destroyed or redesigned. Next, safari parks. Larger than urban and open-range zoos, safari parks are areas where tourists can drive their own cars to see non-native wildlife living in large, enclosed areas. These attractions allow the animal more space than the small enclosures of traditional zoos. Third, game reserves. Game reserves are large swaths of land whose ecosystem and native species are protected. The protections allow animals to live and reproduce at natural rates. And last but not least, petting zoos. Petting zoos feature domesticated animals that are gentle enough for children to pet and feed. Sheep, goats, donkeys, and rabbits are common petting zoo animals. These types of zoos are found at parks and inside of larger zoos. Sometimes mobile petting zoos travel with fairs or carnivores from city to city. Chapter 3, Methodology. In this chapter, I write the methods that I will use to collecting data. First, observation. Observation is used in the social sciences as a method for collecting data about people, processes, and cultures. This method is conducted by observing various matters related to the Tarujuruksu, such as the animal objects and every areas in Tarujuruksu. Those materials are important to support the information that needs to be displayed in the leaflet. Next, interview. An interview is a conversation where questions are asked to elicit information. The interviewer is usually a professional or paid researcher, sometimes trained, who poses questions to interview in an alternating series of usually brief questions and answers. In this study, interviews were including service staffs, library staffs, administrative staffs, at entrance ticket, and visitors or tourists who came to Tarujuruksu. Research and development method. Sugiono says that the research and development method is a research method used to produce certain products and test the product's effectiveness. This method is suitable for this research because we can find out whether the product of this writing, namely leaflets, can be useful for tourists and Tarujuruksu or not. There are two steps with this method, namely, first, drafting the data, which the basic framework that contains an overview of the research explained to make it easier for the audience to understand the content and objectives of the research. And second, revising data to make improvements to the initial work produced, so as to develop an initial form of the work of making bilingual leaflet that will be distributed to tourists. Here are the references that I use to make this proposal. There are from journal and website on the internet. So that's all for my presentation. Thank you.